Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. I'm Kismawati with NPM 234120041 from Accounting Study Program. In this video, I will explain about capital market instruments in Indonesia. Capital market instruments are securities or financial assets that represent ownership, debt, or rights to future income, which are traded in the capital market. In similar terms, they are legal documents that show that a person has invested in a company or has lent money to it. The main goal of trading these instruments is to channel funds from investors or those who have access funds to issuers or companies or governments that need funds. In Indonesia, the trading of these instruments is carried out through the Indonesia Stock Exchange, which operates under the supervision of the Financial Services Authority to ensure fairness, transparency, and investor protection. Types of capital market instruments. In general, the instruments traded in the Indonesian capital market can be divided into two main categories: equity instruments and debt instruments, followed by several collective investment and derivative products that provide alternative investment opportunities. 1. Stocks or equity. Stocks or share are proof of ownership in a company. When you buy a stock, you become a shareholder, meaning you own a portion of the company and have certain rights, such as receiving dividends or profit sharing and voting at shareholder meetings. The main benefits of investing in stocks are capital gains, which come from increase in stock price and dividends from company profits. However, stocks also carry risks because their price can fluctuate depending on market conditions, company performance, and investor sentiment. In Indonesia, popular and stable stocks are often referred to as blue chip stocks such as Bank Sentral Asia, Telkom Indonesia, and Unilever Indonesia. Stocks are the most well-known and active instruments in the capital market, making them the core of investment activities in the IDX. 2. Bonds or debt securities. Bonds are debt instruments issued by companies or governments to raise funds for a certain period of time. When an investor buys a bonds, they are essentially lending money to the issuer in exchange for interest payments or coupons and repayment of the principal amount at maturity. There are several types of bonds in Indonesia. 1. Corporate bonds, issued by private or state-owned companies. 2. Government bonds, such as ORI or retail government bonds, and Sukuk retail or Islamic bonds, issued by the government to finance public projects. Bonds are attractive to investors seeking steady and predictable income. Compared to stocks, they are considered lower risk, but their returns are usually smaller. In recent years, Sharia-based bonds or Sukuk have also become popular as part of the development of Islamic finance in Indonesia. 3. Mutual funds or reksadana. A mutual fund is an investment vehicle that pools money from many investors, managed by a professional fund manager or investment management company. The fund manager will invest the pooled money into various instruments such as stocks, bonds, or money market products, depending on the fund's objective. The advantage of mutual funds is that investors don't need to analyze the market themselves. Everything is handled by professionals. This makes mutual funds suitable for beginner investors who want to start investing with small amounts of capital but still want diversification. There are four main types of mutual funds. 1. Money market funds. Short-term, low risk, suitable for conservative investors. 2. Income funds. Invest mostly in bonds, offer stable returns. 3. Balance funds. Mix between stocks and bonds, moderate risks. And 4. Equity funds. Focus on stocks, higher risks, but higher potential return. Mutual funds are important tool to introduce the public to investment because they are simple, flexible, and relatively safe. For exchange trade funds or ETF. ETF are hybrid investment instruments. They combine the feature of mutual funds and stocks. Like mutual funds, ETF represent a collection of assets, but they are traded on the stock exchange just like regular stocks. The advantage of ETF list is their transparency because their price changes throughout the day according to market supply and demand. They also have lower management fees compared to traditional mutual funds and offer automatic diversification as one ETF can include dozens or even hundreds of different securities. ETFs are increasingly popular among investors who prefer passive investment strategies, especially those tracking major market indexes such as the LQ45 index or the IDX 30 index. 5. Derivative instruments. Derivative instruments are financial contracts whose value is derived from underlying assets such as stocks, bonds, or market indicators. Examples of derivative instruments in Indonesia include warrants and rights issues. Warrants give investors the right or but not the obligation to buy company shares at a predetermined price within a certain period. And rights issues provide existing shareholders the priority to buy new shares before they are offered to the public. Derivatives are often used for hedging or risk protection or speculation, and they tend to have higher risk and potential return compared to traditional instruments. Because of this, they are more suitable for experienced investors who understand market movements. So, the capital market instruments available in Indonesia include stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETF, and derivatives. So guys, that's all for me. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.